Love changes a man long before he admits it, sometimes even before he understands it. Psychology says men fall in love silently, deeply, and often irrationally, but their actions reveal everything their words fail to express. A man in love doesn't announce it. He shifts, he protects, he prioritizes, and he begins to invest emotional energy he once guarded fiercely. Most people misunderstand men, assuming they are simple in love, but evolution, psychology, and emotional instinct tell us otherwise. When men care, they experience a mixture of fear, desire, vulnerability, and admiration all at once. Their behavior becomes a silent language, and if you know how to read it, you can decode the truth he hides even from himself. As the philosopher Rumi said, "What you seek is seeking you." And when a man loves, he seeks connection in ways deeper than he will ever admit. Today, we reveal the 6 most powerful psychological facts about men in love. The actions that speak louder than confessions, the emotions they guard behind quiet eyes, and the behaviors that prove he's not just interested, he's invested. Let's begin. Chapter 1. He loves through actions, not words. Psychology states that men express love through behavioral commitment more often than emotional expression. When a man falls deeply in love, he shifts from talking to doing, because action gives him control in a space where vulnerability feels risky. He becomes more attentive, more present, and more reliable without announcing it. His gestures are subtle but consistent, showing up when needed, offering help before being asked, and quietly prioritizing your comfort. Philosopher Aristotle said, "What we do repeatedly defines us." A man's repetitive actions, not his occasional words, reveal the depth of his attachment. His love may look like small acts, sending a message to check on you, remembering small details, creating solutions instead of arguments. He may not speak the language of emotional poetry, but he communicates in the language of effort. Chapter 2. He becomes protective without being controlling. A man in love experiences a psychological response known as instinctive safeguarding, an innate desire to protect the person he cares for. This isn't dominance, it's devotion. He steps forward when life becomes heavy for you, not to take control but to give you ease. He checks if you reached home safely, he worries when you're silent, and he feels unsettled if something threatens your peace. His heart becomes alert, his attention sharp, not to control, but to shield. According to Plato, love is the joy of the good, the wonder of the wise. His protective instinct is not possession, it's admiration expressed through responsibility. He may not verbalize fear or concern, but his behavior reveals it. He becomes cautious with your feelings, gentle in conflict, and attentive during your struggle. Chapter 3. He remembers what matters to you. Psychology states that men remember details when they are emotionally invested. It's not because they suddenly develop better memory, but because you become a mental priority. He remembers your favorite tea, the date you mentioned casually, the song you hummed once, or the way your mood shifts when you're tired. These details become imprinted not by effort, but by affection. Confucius once said, "Wherever you go, go with all your heart." A man in love doesn't listen with ears, he listens with his heart. This is why he pays attention to things you thought were insignificant. Every preference, every dislike, every dream, he stores them quietly, using them later to create comfort for you. Chapter 4. He shares his vulnerability only with you. Men are conditioned to appear strong, unshaken, emotionally controlled. Psychology calls this emotional gating, the habit of hiding vulnerability from most people. But when he loves, the gate opens. He tells you what scares him, what he hopes for, what he failed at, what keeps him awake. These aren't confessions, they're emotional offerings. He trusts you with the parts of himself he hides from the world. As Søren Kierkegaard wrote, "To be loved is to be understood by someone who chooses you." When he shares vulnerability, he is choosing you. Chapter 5. He plans a future silently before mentioning it. When a man falls in love, his mind unconsciously begins to integrate you into his future. Psychology calls this prospective connection, the mental process of imagining a person in upcoming chapters of life. He may ask questions about your goals, your dreams, your ideal home, or what brings you long-term happiness. These aren't random, they're indicators that he is placing you into his life's map. Philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." His thoughts begin coloring his future with your presence. Chapter 6. He loves quietly but forever. Men often love quietly, not because their love is weak, but because it is sacred to them. Psychology states that men form deep-rooted emotional bonds that last longer than they outwardly show. He may not express love loudly, but he shows devotion through consistency, patience, and loyalty. As Rumi said, "Love is the bridge between you and everything." When a man loves truly, he builds bridges instead of walls.